Hello Internet! It has been a long time since we've been here sitting on the Switch here on Battle Stadium, hasn't it? I think I streamed last August. Maybe it's been a year since I've played on here. That's a very long time, and this is actually the bit that I'm most nervous for, just because I've become so used to playing on Showdown with like the log always at the side, with the trick room turns always sitting there, with just the icons of the 6 Pokemon there sitting all the time. As well, makes decision making a lot easier, always being able to see their 6 Pokemon. But this is a Switch, this is what we're going to be playing the tournament on, so I need to get used to it. So I've just done one game. I actually only just won it because I got a critical hit as well, but I wasn't playing it properly because I was trying to sort out my picture and timed out and stuff. But anyway, this is the bit that's going to be a little bit scary, because we're going to be playing, random teams like this. Like really off meta game stuff, and obviously that's going to throw me a little bit. But I mean, it shouldn't, but what have we got here then? Like, Regieleki and Calyrex looks like it just goes through this, apart from the Hydreigon down there. Calyrex is faster than Dragapult, isn't it? Yeah, so maybe even Kyurem, just leading Kyurem and Calyrex, that would go through their team, wouldn't it? Unless I suppose they Dynamax the Hydreigon, that wouldn't be good. Hydreigon does look like one of the bigger threats here. Maybe I don't want to lead both my restricted Pokemon, just so that I've got some firepower in the back as well. But Calyrex does look like a good lead here. So let's go with Calyrex, Regieleki, with Kyurem in the back, and I mean, Whimsicott does do ×4 damage to 2 of the Pokemon. Butterfree would be quite nice here too. I mean, even Urshifu looks pretty good too, doesn't it? But I'm gonna go with Butterfree. I mean, Butterfree does still hit Komodo for super effective damage, and can Rage Powder stuff away from the Hydreigon. I suppose it's a better support Pokemon when you don't really need the speed. I only really tend to bring the Whimsicott when you need the speed, which is when opposing teams have got Tailwind, opposing Whimsicott, opposing Tornadus. But Calyrex and Ho, okay, they've just led with both their restricted Pokemon, which fair enough. My Calyrex is pretty bulky, so I'm just thinking if they Dynamax their Ho-Oh, can my Calyrex survive an attack from it? Maybe, because like the obvious play for them is to protect their Calyrex. My face still isn't really in the best position, is it? We can't. There's a Calyrex hiding behind there somewhere, but I'm not sure where else I could put it, because I'm looking at my feed as I'm like playing this, so it's not like I've got a Switch, TV over there or something, because I need to see everything as well. But let's just go for an Astral Barrage. I mean, we're in rank 1. I'm just gonna make like very straightforward moves. If my controllers actually work. I mean, the Ho-Oh is not swapping. I mean, these games might not be, anything competitive at all, but it's just, this is more just, well, I mean, I guess, as we climb the ranks, they will get more competitive, but this, at this moment in time, is just me getting used to playing on the Switch again. Okay, no Dynamax from the opponent. So yeah, these first few games might not be the best to watch, but even just me getting used to the controls and getting used to how to check, Trick Room turns and Tailwind turns and all that kind of stuff, like everything. I need to do it all basically to get used to it again. 2 years of being spoiled by Showdown with everything being in front of you. Right, if they Brave Bird my Calyrex, is that worst case scenario? Okay. Alright then. Dragapult. Okay, right. Well, we're +1 speed. Dragapult does have Sucker Punch, or can have Sucker Punch rather. Astral Barrage might even knock Ho-Oh out from there as well. So, man, there's a lot of lag on these controllers. So, I mean, I know there's clear body. Come on, there's a lot of lag on this controller. That's actually not good. In fact, it's not even connected. Hello, controller, please connect. But if Dragapult Dynamax is here, well, okay, well, whichever one he Dynamaxes, it's probably going to be surviving. Maybe not the Dragapult because, you know, Astral Barrage, but if he Dynamaxes the Ho-Oh, then that probably could survive. Like, this is the thing, like, it's very easy to sort of dismiss teams like this, but you do have to beat them at the end of the day, and you do have to sort of think about what could happen and everything as well, just to sort of get through them. That actually did a lot of damage, a lot more than I was expecting. Maybe it hasn't got full, like, Dynamax candy or whatever in it, but yeah, Ho-Oh's at -1 special defense now. Yeah, this is just a pretty straightforward game of Calyrex and Regieleki rolling through, but hopefully we will start to get some competitive games soon. Sure, it won't take too long. I'm sure there's probably some other people playing right now that are preparing for the World Championships. Can't come on the Switch with Nolt unless you know, go through you know, a new game file with a different name on it or whatever, just for battles like this. This is not okay. So this is a learning thing for me. Are you connected? Connect. Like, the Switch is behind my TV. I wouldn't have thought that would have been a problem for it, but maybe it is. Maybe. I'll be back in a minute. I'll see if I can move it anywhere. A little bit closer. I'm still here. I'm still here. Don't worry. If you just actually, we're not streaming, are we? If you just turned onto YouTube at this specific moment in time, I'm just trying to fiddle with my Switch. Right. Well, you know, whatever. It's slightly less around the corner of the TV than it was, so maybe the signal might be a little bit better. But no, we don't want to do that. We just want to get on. Do some more battles. Okay. Oh, we're in rank 2 already. Okay, so it's not like the early ranks of Pokemon Go GBL is like to get to from rank 1 to rank 2 you've got to play one game, and then like rank 2 to 3 you got to play 2 games. Like, you know, rank 5 or whatever is like you got to win 5 games or something. So we've just gained, you know, a chunk of points there. So maybe it is more based on like an ELO system. Now this person doesn't have any restricted Pokemon, but Regigigas actually, I think, is a problem for this team. We didn't come across any on Showdown, but I am scared of Regigigas. And normally, against Regigigas teams, I have to rely on a 75% accurate sleep powder, because obviously the wheezing takes away the compound eyes. Maybe I want Urshifu in this game. Maybe I don't want Calyrex in this game. I think Urshifu might be alright, actually, and I'm going to go with Regieleki. Yeah. Just because that might be an Urshifu Dark down there as well. So, yeah, I mean, these early games, you can't take them lightly. Especially me using teams that, like, this is the thing, like, the teams I use are quite sort of anti-meta games. So when I play teams that are themselves quite anti, you know, well, not metagame, not necessarily anti-metagame, but just not the metagame, it's a bit of a struggle, you know. Like this turn 1, even if I hit my sleep powder, this turn 1 is a bit of a 50-50. Because, like, do I sleep powder into the Weezing, or do I sleep powder into the Regigigas? It looks like I'm a Regigigas at the moment. The arm sticking out the side there. Because, like, if the Regigigas protects, the Weezing can taunt the Butterfree. That's really not good. If I just sleep powder the Weezing, the Regigigas can, you know, max strike the Kyurem and one-shot it potentially. I'm going to go for the sleep powder into the Regigigas, but I do recognise that this is potentially a risky move. Maybe maybe Regigigas should... Okay, well, they are Dynamaxing. Maybe it should protect and they should be trying to taunt, but at the same time, like, I could be, you know, a Life Orb, Kyurem White with Earth Power, and, you know, maybe just one-shot their Weezing, so maybe they protect that instead. But I'm Choice Scarf. My Icy Wind will be faster. Okay, I picked the right target. I don't like that delay. Right, 75% accurate sleep powder now. And I think we've hit. Yeah, we've hit. Okay, that's what it looks like in game when you hit a Dynamax Pokemon. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. Hurricane is only 70% accurate now as well without the ability. But it is still tempting to just try and... I don't know, do I Dynamax my Kyurem now? Like, that's the question. Maybe I do. They did just protect the Weezing, so... We'll see. Like, if I hit the Hurricane, I think I'm knocking the Weezing out. Unless it's got a Sugar Berry. But we'll see. We'll see. So, big Kyurem there. It is nice to be able to use Kyurem White again. If any of you remember my my games in 2016, my Gravity team in 2016 had a Kyurem White on it. A lot of very different... Okay, don't even need the Hurricane. A lot of very different moves on this Kyurem White, but still, Kyurem White is a Pokemon that I do like. I was sent a plush of Kyurem White as well, which I've got in my room just up there. So now this is a 91% accurate Hurricane, since the neutralizing gas has gone. Oh, it actually wakes up straight away. Okay, that's a little bit of a unfortunate thing, but not so much damage. But both my Pokemon are at -1 speed now, which I do need to remember. Again, another thing that Showdown... Ooh, my controller. Another thing that Showdown always has on is, you know, your stats, doesn't it? You know, your drops and boosts and everything. I have always been pretty good at keeping all that in mind anyway, but still. I guess we'll try and... Like, Kyurem can't do anything speed control-wise now, but... Like, I could Rage Powder, but Kyurem isn't really threatened by anything, so yeah, I think I'm just going to try and Sleep Powder into the Regigigas. And I'm not sure if a Max Wormwind one-shots Zapdos, because that would be nice to get the attack drop on Regigigas. So I'm just going to go for a Max Hailstorm, just to, you know, definitely get the one-shot. Okay, yeah. So Regigigas is going to be the next fastest thing now, assuming they are jolly max speed. Okay, Kyurem's next. And now either... Well, either well, let's see. Let's see what they do. I mean, I'm going to be losing my Butterfree either way to the Hail at the end of the turn, but... Oh, Butterfree's even faster than the Regigigas. That's fine by me. I think the biggest threat to my Urshifu that they had was the Weezing, wasn't it? And then the Zapdos. So I think my Urshifu is pretty safe to come in now. Oh, of course, I'm still thinking that they've got a speed stat as if they haven't got the slow start ability. So yeah, of course Butterfree is going to be the next fastest one. So it's things like that that, you know, maybe I would have noticed that on Showdown. Okay, well, they've got a water Urshifu there. So I've got Regieleki in the back. Right, just for reference, how do you see what their team is? Aha, yeah, so the plus helps you see what their team is. So this is the stuff that I need to learn or remember. So I am just going to close combat the Regigigas. Can't protect it because, you know, Unseen Fist and everything. And I'm just going to try and max Wormwind into the Urshifu. Unless they're banded, I don't think they can knock out my Kieran White. So this should be a pretty, you know, pretty simple end to the game. It is cool, like it does look better than Showdown, doesn't it? I guess, you know, there is that. I guess there is that going for it. Nice shiny Kieran White there. But yeah, getting used to everything on the Switch is going to be what I'm doing. You might have heard in yesterday's video I did pledge that I'm not going to play any more games on Showdown until you know, after Worlds. You know, i.e. no more Worlds preparation on Showdown for me. All the games that I'm going to do are going to be here on the Switch now. So I'm gonna do, you know, quite a few games. I don't know if I'll do as many to get to the Master Ball ranking or not, but I'm gonna do, you know, I'm gonna climb up a bit, and I don't know if I'll, because this is still Sunday. If you watched the other videos earlier in the week, today is the Sunday before Worlds, so I have still got a couple of days. I'm setting off on Tuesday, early Tuesday morning. I'm going to be driving down. Oh wow, well that was quick, wasn't it? Yeah, early Tuesday morning I'm going to be driving. I live in Edinburgh, so that's going to be, you know, 7.5, 8 hour drive. You know, not even taking stops into consideration. Oh, there is a random option. So that's a long drive. But yeah, I'm driving down Tuesday morning. Hopefully we'll enjoy Tuesday afternoon and evening there. Got Wednesday to enjoy, and then Wednesday evening I'll be at the venue. I'll be registering, going into the shop as well, to hopefully get another jersey, you know, one of those nice little tops, and then playing on Thursday, and, you know, seeing how we go. Like, more than any other year, more than any other World Championships, I am actually just sort of going into Worlds thinking, well, you know, I don't actually think I'm going to do that well, so I just want to enjoy it, and if I don't do that well, then I can just sort of enjoy the rest of my time in London. You know, it's been a long time since I've been in London. So there's no one in the Pokeball tier, is there? So yeah, I don't know how, like, if I am knocked out of the tournament early, I don't know how much of the time I will be hanging around in the venue, because, like, I'll probably just watch like the stream back when I get back here, but, like, assuming I don't get to, like, the top cut of, like, the, you know, the top cut of the tournament, I'm going to be leaving Saturday morning, and then visiting family in Lincolnshire, and then coming back up to here on Sunday evening. That's the current plan. But it would help if there was an opponent here in the Pokeball tier. But yeah, it is nice to see the team in game. Maybe this is the end of the video. Maybe maybe there just isn't anyone playing in the Pokeball tier. I'd hope so. I would like to play someone. I mean, I don't mind tiering system if I play someone higher up. Oh, here we go, we found someone. Also rank 4. With a Kieran White. That's a cool looking team, don't you think? Zacian, Kieran White, Ninetales, you don't see every day. they've got Grimmsnarl and an Indeedee, so I'm not sure. Maybe that's more of a screens Grimmsnarl. But actually, Kieran White. Oh, excuse me. Kieran White is one of the bigger problems for this team. So I do need to give it some respect. Yeah. Well, I'm going to lead Butterfree. I mean, they might just lead with Ninetales. Like, then that's my Sash gone. But if I get something to sleep in return for Butterfree, I wouldn't mind that. So we'll go Butterfree. I'm just thinking, do I want to lead with either Kyurem or Regieleki? I'm thinking I'm going to try leading with Regieleki. Those last few games on Showdown have made me like consider leading Regieleki a lot more. So we'll go with these. And fingers crossed. It's been a long time since I've seen my player card there. It's been a long time since I've done this on the Switch. It does feel weird. It does feel very strange. Okay, well they have led with Ninetales. They're probably just going to go for an Aurora Veil, don't you think? Probably a fake out into Butterfree. But if they do just fake out and Blizzard, then I don't want to just lose my Butterfree like that. So I guess I will protect turn 1. And okay, so let's just assume it's Kyurem and Zacian in the back. I do need to be doing damage to Incineroar, but I don't know if I want to Dynamax. Like, I am intimidated. So maybe I don't know. I already feel like I'm playing this different to how I would on Showdown. Fake out. Okay, well, I guess they predicted that. And let's pay attention to see if the Incineroar is goggles or not. Okay, Incineroar is not goggles. But yeah, okay, so that's annoying. Like, because that could have been a free sleep powder. But I'll Electroweb now. Bring Ninetales slower than Butterfree. I might lose Butterfree this turn. Okay, I don't mind putting Kyurem to sleep. And if they knock out my Butterfree here, then that would be a big bonus. Because, I mean, you know, I get a free swap into my own Kyurem, or even my... yeah, maybe I don't want to bring in Calyrex. But, yep. 97% accurate sleep powder there. Compound Eyes. And they just go for a parting shot. Okay. So Regieleki is pretty crippled right now. -2 attack and, you know, potentially -3 if they swap Incineroar back in next turn. If they do bring in the Ninetales, then I would be tempted to maybe try and put it to sleep. Okay, here it is, yeah, with like an Electroweb sleep powder, but by doing that, maybe I'm wasting Kyurem sleep turns. So maybe I don't want to do that. Is that leftovers? That is leftovers. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna, like, Kyurem can't wake up this turn. So I'm gonna put my Kyurem in, and I'm gonna go for an Electroweb. Because then that means if I Dynamax my Kyurem, I'm definitely going to be faster than theirs. And if Butterfree comes in again and they've still got their Ninetales out, then I'm going to be faster than that and I can Sleep Powder it too. I mean, it could have Dazzling Gleam, it could have Moonblast. I'm just assuming that this Ninetales is going to go for Blizzard at this point. And I don't necessarily have to Dynamax my Kyurem, I could just go for a Draco Meteor. But then I would want to swap my Kyurem out afterwards, wouldn't I? Yeah, it's just a Blizzard. So neutral and Assault Vest. And Kyurem takes his first turn to sleep. Okay. That almost was bad. That almost was bad. That was almost bad. Right, do I need my Regieleki? Because I'm not sure I want to swap something in on a Blizzard. Yeah, maybe I don't want to lock myself in to anything yet. Like, they could just swap Zacian in. Yeah, just Blizzard me. If they do swap Zacian in, then at least I'm Electro-webbing it and can threaten a Max Quake the next turn. No swapping. So unless this Kyurem gets like a first turn wake and protects, then it should be going down. But I do still need to consider, you know, they've got their Zacian in the back as well. And my Electro Webber is going to be going down here. But I have got Butterfree to Rage Powder away, Behemoth Blades, well, one anyway. And I have got Calyrex in the back too. But they've got Incineroar in the back. So this isn't maybe... Oh, it survives? It survives? Like, we're not in Misty Terrain or anything. Is that Assault Vested? Is Sleep Talk like an attacking move? And that's why it can be Assault Vested? Oh man, this is really scary. Okay. Oh no, it's not Assault Vested. It's Leftovers, isn't it? How? How did that survive a Max Wormwind? This is something that I'm forgetting here. I mean, this has worked out for me because Calyrex can just start, you know, ramping up with Grimnay now. But, like, am I missing something? That is a Kyurem, isn't it? There's no Misty Terrain on the field, is there? No. Oh, Aurora Veil. Okay. See, there you go. These are the things that I'm missing, that I'm forgetting, because it's not right in front of me on Showdown. So let's just spaff some moves off like this. This Aurora Veil is, you know, putting in work for him. Yeah, this could be tricky. This could be tricky. Okay, they're swapping. Okay, both in the back are weak to ground, so I don't mind that. In fact, it's probably not what they wanted to do. In fact, they haven't even Dynamaxed yet. Like, this opponent could have really given me a lot of trouble if they'd maybe kept their Incineroar a bit safer and just Dynamaxed the Incineroar. Because you can't use your Sugar Berry now because Calyrex is on the field. The Aurora Veil is still up, so I mean, this probably won't knock out. That did a lot of damage to Zacian. That's why. So this still probably won't knock out the Incineroar, but okay, it does. But if not, it'll come close. And we didn't lock ourselves into any move with Kyurem either, because we just Dynamax straight away, I'm pretty sure. So when we do go small again, we can just lock ourselves into, and be faster than Zacian, lock ourselves into Earth Power. Right, Aurora Veil's worn off. Halo's worn off. They still haven't Dynamaxed. So I do still need to be a bit wary of, like, maybe a Dynamaxing... yeah, like, Kyurem in the back's not doing anything. Like, a Dynamaxing Ninetales is going to be the biggest threat, I guess, isn't it? Thanks to the critical hit there, that is in Astral Barrage range, so I think I'm just safe to Quake and Astral Barrage, aren't I? Without that critical hit, assuming another Astral Barrage didn't knock the Zacian out, then things might have worked out a little bit different here. Yeah. It would have been a tricky game actually without that critical hit. But I mean, this is the thing, like, you can't, I'm not sure you can really take a lot away from games like this, because like it was Sleep Talk, Leftovers, Kieran White. I'm not going to come across that at Worlds. I doubt. I hope not anyway, because it actually it actually was a pain. So they have got a way of setting up the misty terrain here. They have got a fairy tag. So what? Blizzard, Moonblast, Aurora Veil. That's the other thing that you sort of get used to on Showdown, isn't it? You can just sort of hover over the Pokemon name and see what moves it's used in the past. But yeah, this game's over now. This game is over now. Thankfully. But yeah, okay, we'll finish this first video here as well too, since we're just over half hour. That's a nice convenient chunk of time to use, isn't it, for one of these videos? Astral Barrage will just win the game now. So yeah, all right. I've been a bit weird. I feel like I have talked all wonky and weird all over this video. But I mean, my brain legitimately is. I never used Draco Meteor. Oh, we're not going to see the animation either, are we? Because there's a Dynamax on the field. I never used Draco Meteor. No, and we're still not going to get to see even the text. Yeah, just like it. It is a little bit of a challenge for me. You like to move from Showdown onto the Switch, and that's why I've said that I'm not going to play any more games on Showdown now. Like, I'm happy with my team. I laddered reasonably well with it. Over the last few videos. So now I just need to get used to playing on the Switch. That's what I need to do now. So these first two games, obviously, right at the bottom of the ladder. I wasn't Master Ball the last thing that I did, but it's been so many seasons. It literally has been, I think, about a year since I played on Battle Stadium. So back down to rank 1. But yeah, we're climbing a bit more now, and hopefully in the next video we're going to get a bit more, some more competitive games than the games that we've had today. Even though, like, there were some tricky bits in some of these games that we just played, like, that Zacian without the critical hit. I think we still would have won, but it would have been a bit more of a trickier game from that point. We would have had to use like Butterfree to come in and Rage Power the stuff away and Astral Barrage through it, I think. But who knows? That happened and we won the game. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this. I apologise for the quality of these battles, but again, there's what can I do? I'm at rank 1, and or we're at rank 1. So yeah, there's not a whole lot that I can do, really, is there? But we were in rank 5. We'll probably be a bit higher now. So already we're going to get it some better games. So thanks for joining me. Tomorrow, hopefully, some more competitive games. So thank you, and goodbye for now.